because we can see we're already live with the second game of today. It's going to be SpaNkinG against Harstem, Germany against Netherlands. That's always a classic, whether it's football or StarCraft. So I'm just going to take a small drink. As always, it's relatively warm over here in the ESL studios. We are working hard on the new studio. I say we, pretending that I'm working hard on this as well, but actually that's not really my job, obviously. But I know that there are people working hard on it, and the first thing they installed in the new studio was an air conditioning, and I was like, yes, my life is so much better right now. Because I love my job, I love StarCraft, and I love casting in general. But I'm not sure what this means, by the way. Right? But yeah, in this studio, I have to admit, sometimes after an hour or 5, I literally feel like dying. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about that one anymore. The new studio should be ready perhaps in a month or something, so I will survive another month. Anyways, we have SpaNkinG against Harstem here for the Inter Extreme Masters Qualifier. The winner will qualify for Gamescom, which is, I believe, going to be held the 21st of August or the 23rd, and then for 3 or 4 days on the row. I'm not exactly sure, but one thing is for sure, I'm going to be there, and it's going to be amazing. I really look forward to it. The entire Inter Extreme Master season is going to be really, really cool. I get a lot of questions regarding Carmack's appearance on Live on 3. Of course, the British sort of talk show regarding esports whatsoever, and he mentioned that it's going to be a new caster in ESL TV. And some people ask me, does that mean that you're going away, Rotti? Nah, I'm not going anywhere, guys. I'm going to stick here. I'm going to stay here at least for quite some time, don't you worry. Yeah, it was always the plan that I would get a co-caster, and that is still going to happen. It just took a little longer, so I've actually been casting way more alone than I should have been. But yeah, I look forward to it. It's going to be fun. Then people ask me, do you know who it's going to be? Yes, I actually do know who it's going to be, but I'm not allowed to talk about it as of yet. But updates will follow in the near future, don't you worry, guys. And I really hope you guys like him. I really look forward to it. And yeah, I just hope it's going. I'm just happy to have a co-caster, so I won't be Mr. Lonely anymore in the ESL studios. Anyways, we see Harstem complaining about his internet. That's something he does quite a lot. I don't really understand why he just doesn't get a new provider. But I guess there are more complicated reasons for that. So once again, we're going to have a PvP, this time played on Metalopolis. I'm sorry for all your PvP haters out there. It's a beautiful matchup, honestly. The other day, actually, I met a Zerg player on Battle.net. And he's like, good luck. You're like the ESL streamer. I'm like, hey, yeah, man, good luck, have fun. He's like, oh, cool. He's like, I really like your work. I'm like, oh, thanks. He's like, you're the first caster ever who made me enjoy PvP. And I'm like, yes. He's like, seriously, man, and that wasn't easy. I really hate the matchup. I thought it was super boring, but you make it interesting. I'm like, oh, nice. He's like, yeah, actually, I have more respect for Protoss players right now. I'm like, wow, stop the compliments, man. I'm blushing. So that is nice. I really love the matchup, and yeah, I'm very passionate about it, just because I have kind of a good read on it. So I think it's really interesting, and of course, I try to share my, my joy, my, what's the word I'm looking for? No, just joy, I guess. My excitement with you guys. Joy and excitement. That makes sense. We see Harstem using the little minnow trick with the probe, trying to mine out one of these minnow patches so the other probes can mine up it. We do see SpaNkinG with a very solid and safe Protoss opening right here. We'll even open up with the Zealot, just in case his opponent steals his simulator. Still having the probe as well or the probe alive in Harstem's main base. So that's very nice too. You do see the additional Chrono Boost going off right there on the cybernetics core. So far, both players playing an exact mirror. 21 workers for SpaNkinG, 20 for Harstem. I'm actually really curious about this. I mean, obviously, for the people at home, they're probably wondering, like, we're watching SpaNkinG against Harstem. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. But actually, it really is quite interesting. Both of these guys are really quite good. They're just not that famous yet. But Harstem did make semifinals once of a go for StarCraft 2. And obviously, since he's Dutch, I follow him quite well, I wouldn't really say that I'm extremely focused on it, but yeah, I follow him quite a bit. I keep track on his results, as I pretty much do with all European players. But when it's Dutch, obviously, it catches my attention more often. Yeah, they're actually both quite good, so I'm really curious to see how this game is going to turn out. Ooh, we already see 2 pilots being wiped in. We still have 1 gas for Harstem. We still see him Chrono Boosting in cybernetics core, and that can only mean one thing. That means that it's going to be 4-gate. SpaNkinG went for quite a greedy build over here. 2 assimilators already. He's building a robotics facility. I don't think he's ever going to be able to defend this, but let's see. These 2 pilots, there's no damage to ever kill them. Harstem just tries to get vision on the high ground. He even has a pilot on the high ground, so that means that SpaNkinG is going to be in a lot of trouble, even now when he has the sentry. He only has 2 units alive, and I guess the reinforcements are coming right now for Harstem. He's blocking, putting a force field right on top of the Stalkers, but Well, that didn't really help. Since 4 Stalkers and no damage, SpaNkinG just says G and instantly leaves the game. So now you guys are probably at home like, yeah, Rotti, you were totally right about that one. That's an awesome matchup. Okay, I'm sorry. That wasn't really the best example. Sorry for that bother as well. I was drinking some. Yeah, this was a rather silly PvP. He did scout quite a while with this probe. He had the probe alive in Harstem's base for a long time. He saw he was still on 1 gas. He saw him chrono boosting the cybernetics core. He saw the amount of workers. So then I really kind of wonder why he went for this weird 1 gate and then Robo and then 2 more gates build, which doesn't really make a lot of sense when at least your opponent is giving the suggestion that he's going to 4 gate. Even if he doesn't 4 gate, then at least go 3 gate and then make a Robo, or make 3 gate units and then a Robo, because as long as your opponent is on 1 gas, you know something fishy is up.